Let me. Are you recording this, JJ? You are okay. Okay, let me.
I'm gonna go back and hold on. I'm gonna try and do a watch party with this.
Okay.
So y'all just proceed.
Yeah. Hey, so allow me to share screen there. Make me co-host or something like that.
How do I do that?
Go. There you go.
Share screen. You got it there, John?
Mm-hmm.
How do I do it? No, I thought I did. Watch party. Come on. Gotcha. I already shared it, but then I was like, okay, well, what I wanted to do was get the watch party component.
I'm not sure how to do a watch party.
Live?
I'm trying, but I don't know.
Okay. We can figure it out. Let me
Go for it, Sam.
Okay, let me turn off the virtual background here. Because otherwise my drawings will be like palm trees and stuff.
Stop.
Okay.
I thought you were on the beach, Sam.
Yeah. You guys see my my screen there?
Yep.
Okay. So so basically you have you, right? Which is your vehicle from 0 to 80, 90, 100 years, right? And then you have your car. Okay? And this is take you to from point A to point B, right? So you guys see that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are two types of cars. One is your, biological, life car, and one is your vehicle that you take to work and back. Okay. For your car, let me undo that here. So for your car, you need to add fuel or gasoline. True, to make it run.
Yeah.
Okay. For your body, you use food, water, stuff like that, but mostly food. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you burn your food, right, you get carbon dioxide, CO2 plus CO, carbon monoxide, plus a bunch of other junk that gets out the tailpipe that you don't want to breathe. Okay. When you burn your food, you get CO2 that you exhale, right? Urine that you go number one, and then feces that you go number two, bunch of junk, like goes down the toilet. You don't want to breathe that stuff either. Okay, so if you take a pipe from the tailpipe of your car and you feed it into the air intake, CO2, how would your car run?
No
way. Very well.
Not very good. So your check engine light would come on, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you took CO2 here and you breathed CO2, how long will you live? Not oxygen, just CO2.
Not very long.
Probably about 3 minutes. It's called asphyxiation, right? And that one, if you did that, you'd be dead. Your engine wouldn't run. So in both cases, your engine wouldn't run, right? But here's the thing: no one's crazy enough to breathe CO2. We know that. That's why there's warnings and stuff, right? So you take CO2. Whoops. Take CO2. Let me go back here a little bit. You take CO2 and you add it to water. You guys know what that is? What's CO2 plus water?
H2O foofda.
That's called Perrier.
It's called what?
Perrier.
That's called club soda.
Oh, okay.
Right? Is that true? Is that true?
I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what club soda is. Water plus CO2. Okay. Well, that doesn't taste very good, right? Club soda doesn't taste very good. So let's add some sugar and some coloring. And you know what that equals? Water, CO2 plus sugar. You know what that equals?
Poison.
No, that equals soda pop. That equals
Coca-Cola.
right? So that, can of soda is not going to kill you, but you do that for 20 years. What happens
Oofta.
if drinking 20 years of soda?
Diabetes.
Fat, obese, diabetic, all-star.
Yep. You probably get gout first, right? As a symptom. And that leads to whatever, arthritis, whatever, diabetes, all that stuff that you mentioned before, right? Right, obese, right? And basically you go downhill and then you eventually end up dead faster. True? Faster than, well, at least a lower quality of life for many years.
Yeah.
True? Right? So basically you get milked for 20 years or 40 years. So you become diabetic at 20 and then they extend your life to 80, you get milked for 60 years. Milked of what? What do you guys think?
Milk from
Money.
money. Yeah.
You're a cash cow. You have chronic illness. Chronic illness is a cash cow. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah, that's the sad part of it all, actually.
Right?
I mean, that's a
So-
huge sad part of it.
Yeah. Well, look at what's happening to our society, right? And so this is very simple. This isn't, Fauci sitting up here giving you explanations using words that people can't understand. This is, you're an engine, you eat this stuff and you make carbon dioxide. Why would you put that back in your body?
Right.
Right. So this is a very simple explanation. Hopefully, you guys can see past my chicken scratch. But you
I love
understand
it.
the message?
That's what is always so awesome about you, Sam. You always make things simple and easy to understand.
Yeah, and then I mean it's really not rocket science, but people have made it into rocket science to pull one over on us, basically.
That first time I met you up at that thing that you did up in Twin Falls,
Yeah.
where Stephanie and I drove up there to listen to you and meet you for the first time. I remember in your display, in your demonstration, you had a bone, like a chicken bone,
Yeah.
that you had put in soda pop. I think you had it sitting in Sprite for a period of time.
Exactly.
And I'll never forget you pulling that bone out and just bending it over like a piece of plastic
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
a piece of rubber.
Yeah.
Can you, what you just described to us right there, that kind of reminds me of that bone.
Yeah.
Can you kind of maybe explain why and how because that has to do with that process that you just described, right?
Yeah. Let me reshare that here. Let me reshare that screen. And then you guys got a picture of that there? I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a screenshot there or something if you need to. And then I'm gonna wipe it out, okay?
Hang on, let me get a screenshot of that.
Okay. Understand it and then redraw that diagram yourself.
Okay, there we go. I got it.
Okay, so then I'm gonna file. Let me make a new one here. Don't save. Okay, so so your body has to have a balanced pH, right? So pH, your blood is 7.365. True?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It has to maintain that pH because all the chemical reactions have to, just happen at that pH. If the pH shifts, then your chemical reaction doesn't go as quickly or as smoothly as it should, right? So in order to maintain that pH, it has to have minerals and things like that to balance the pH of the blood. True?
Yep.
Okay. So when you drink when you drink, when you put Coca-Cola inside your body, Coke is very acidic. Coke is about what pH is Coke, you guys?
Ooh, 2.89, something like that.
Yeah, 2.8. So when you put that inside your stomach, and it ends up in your blood, what does your blood have to do? Right? Your
Compensate.
blood is gonna pull calcium, right, and magnesium out of your bones, out of storage.
I like the word extrapolate.
Extract, not extrapolate. Right?
Right.
Your body's
Damn
gonna have to extract. Your body's gonna have to pull out calcium, magnesium, because these are positively charged, right? Ions that will help balance the pH, right? And then that's why you end up with, if all the calcium leaves your bones, right? So it's leaving your bones, and so you end up with a condition called osteoporosis. Right? And you end up with people that are really, they wear ties, and sometimes they put on a lab coat with a stethoscope around their neck, and they'll tell you that this is a very fancy word, but osteo means bone, right? Or pore means holes, and osis means condition of. So you have a condition where you have holes in your bones, and they call it osteoporosis. Oops. What's the cause of osteoporosis? We don't know, but keep taking your magnesium and calcium supplements.
While you drink your
Right.
Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So by looking at this picture, what's the actual cause of osteoporosis?
Over acidity.
Right here. Yeah. That's the cause. Eliminate this thing, and then the whole chemical reaction doesn't happen. That would be called prevention.
Right.
But we can't make money on prevention. So we're not going to tell you about that, but we're going to add some pills. Because we want to milk you for 40 years.
And now another aspect of this, Sam, which I know Dr. Michael has talked about, is when you drink alkaline water, the stuff at the store,
Yeah.
that they've added calcium and magnesium to that water.
Yeah.
Dr. Michael has talked about that it creates the same problem, probably a little bit slower, maybe not so brutally, whatever, the way Coke does, but that those minerals that are in that water, your body can't use them, and so it triggers your body to do the same thing as if you were drinking Coke. It triggers your body to steal that calcium and magnesium from your bones, which in turn ends up giving you holes in your bones.
Yep.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate. That's the same, and then you might end up with more kidney stones too. Because what does your kidney do? What's the function of your kidney?
That's your filter, isn't it?
Filter.
It's your filter. It's like your oil filter. So if you've got more calcium and magnesium running through your oil, your blood, the filter is going to pick all that up. Right?
Right.
Whether that calcium or magnesium is coming from your supplements, or coming from your alkaline water that you get from the store, or coming from your bones, your filter doesn't know the difference. Your filter is just going to filter, and so you end up with these bones. I'm not these bones. These rocks in your kidneys made from calcium, magnesium, and then having soft bones. Right. So I'm gonna stop share here. Does that make sense though, you guys? This is simple science, right? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys can be healers now. Don't be doctors and be practicing, medicine. Don't practice medicine, be a real healer.
Yeah, you know, Sam, back in the day, back in the early 90s when I got involved with USANA, and first started on this part of the journey after, you know, it all came together after reading that book, World Without Cancer. It's interesting how after reading that book, all these things started coming into my life to help me, you know, be able to live a you know, a better, healthier life. And one of those things was a company called USANA, which is a networking company that produces nutritionals and that kind of thing. And one of the things that I remember being said by one of the doctors was that grandma, they say grandma fell down and broke her hip.
Yeah.
And what the doctors at USANA said was that grandma was walking and her hip broke and she fell down. And so she was in this situation where she had soft bones with holes in them.
Yeah.
And she was just walking, and just the force of actually walking actually caused her bone to break. And then because her bone broke, she fell down.
Yeah.
And the point of this is that the fall got the blame.
Yep, pretty much.
When the fall was actually the result of the problem itself, the fact that her bone broke and then she fell. And that always gets attributed to the fall, when really it wasn't even the fall at all. That was just the natural occurrence. When your bone breaks and you're 70 years old, you're gonna fall.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could always look back at the root cause, you know, of many things. Like people get into car accidents and say, well, that guy hit me. Well, were you moving at the time? Oh, yes, I was. So that means you hit him too.
Right.
So it's not like you were standing at the bus stop and the car came and hit you. No, you were driving a car down the street the opposite direction, maybe texting on your phone. You know.
Yeah, and you were walking, you know, I've seen this kind of thing quite a bit. I had a buddy of mine get all mad at me because I didn't take his side in the equation, which was, you know, he was in the crosswalk and got hit by a car. And he thinks, well, I was in the crosswalk, so you know, the car should have. And I'm like, well, weren't you paying attention to like look and see where looking for the car? You know, it's like your job to get the hell out of the way of the car. Don't let the car hit you. It's just
Right.
because you're in a crosswalk, it's not like some magical barrier that the car's going to crash when it hits the line or something and not hit you. Yeah. It's like, you got to watch out for cars, dude. If you were in that crosswalk, you should have been watching, you know, and jump out of the way.
Think how many times people walking through there, they won't look at you. They see you coming up to slow down. They won't look at you, maybe peripherally, but there's this weird disconnect. It's like, I'm not going to look at you because I'm in the crosswalk and you better not hit me. Yeah. Well, if I'm that guy in the crosswalk and I got a 2,000-pound four-wheeled horse coming at me, I'm making sure I'm getting the hell out of the way.
Yeah. So the same thing in our life, right? We have to, you know, some people rely on government, some people rely on the pharmaceutical drugs, some people rely on your, you know, your healthcare plan, right? To take care of you in the crosswalk of life, right? But in reality, you got to look out. You got to look out because, you know, the laws of natural law doesn't obey human law.
Right.
No.
There's, I mean, I'm sure there's I'm sure there's a class action lawsuit by a bunch of squirrels and their families, you know, to sue all these auto manufacturers for like taking squirrels out, making flat squirrels. But unfortunately, that's a natural law. No court's going to hear that case.
Cars don't kill squirrels. People that drive cars kill squirrels.
Exactly.
Oh,
There's a class action lawsuit going on.
they can't kill the flying squirrels though. Oh man. Oh, that's funny stuff. You know, but all this is so accurate, Sam. It's, you know, the way all of this stuff that we're giggling about um, is real life.
It is.
It's real, actual stuff. And here people are wanting to get this medical device inserted into their body, you know, and they don't even know that it's a medical device and not a vaccine. And they don't even have a clue what it's going to do to their body.
True.
And
You know, and that's the thing. It's like we as humans, we always think we're better. We always think we know more, until life or regret teaches us. You know, and because, you know, like JJ, when we're teenagers, we don't. Well, actually, when we're younger than teenagers, right? We're 0 to 10. We know that we're kids. It's easy for us to learn. And all of a sudden we become 12, 13, 14, 15, and we can't go into adolescence and we develop our own personality. We start talking back to the parents, you know, and then we go off to college, you know, and then we just think we could do anything. We're invincible, right? And this persona of an adult, a being that knows more than the young adult, right, develops. And this happens in society too. You know, people who get educated, you know, Fauci, MD, PhDs, you can't teach them anything.
No.
And so the only thing that's going to teach them is life, tragedy, crisis, regret, all that stuff is going to teach them. And so we just have to recognize that that's the pattern. They've already recognized that the pattern. The reason why that we're in this predicament that we're in, because they know people are hard to teach. They won't learn by themselves, and they always look for an expert, right? So people want an expert will be provided for you, right? And that's where we're at today, you know. But
yeah, you know, that's what I've been saying as far as this whole expert and vaccine thing. I'm like, I've got the best and most powerful vaccine on planet Earth.
yeah,
Yeah.
My immune system on Kong's water.
true,
That's what I've got.
true.
You want to go and get them to stick you with a pin, go ahead.
Hey, but as an independent fact checker, that is false. Wait, let me revel in my superior knowledge glory.
Yeah, you know, kind of on a sad note in that in the regard of all that, my oldest brother who basically changed the course of my life for the best a long time ago, and I'll always be grateful to him. He only lives maybe 3 miles from me, but I haven't seen him in a couple of years because I can't stand being around him. But he one day told me that he knows everything there is to know about everything. And he wasn't being he wasn't being facetious at all. He really truly believes he knows everything there is to know about everything. And that kind of stuff I just can't stand being around. You know, anytime I go around him, we always end up in a fight. So I just don't go around him anymore.
Yeah, so
And I just found out that he has cancer, and that he apparently has gone through chemo and all that stuff. And I'm just like, obviously you don't know everything, and you never even listened to anything I told you.
yeah.
My
So
World Without
he's
Cancer
gonna
book
learn
is a
the hard
bunch of
way,
crap.
you know. And JJ, some people when they have that kind of crisis, they'll admit that they don't know, but some people dig in even harder. You know what I mean? Because their ego is so big.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
pretty sure that's my brother.
you know, and then what I ask people, and I end up asking a lot of highly educated people, you know, this questions like, if you're so smart, how come you're so sick? Because you equate being smart with knowing everything. And since you know everything, you're never going to get sick. If you're so smart, why are you so sick? And they realize that it has nothing to do with intelligence. Nature doesn't, that nature doesn't give out, like college degrees. Nature has this one college called survival of the fittest. And if you don't graduate, that means you're dead.
Right.
I like the way you think, Sam.
It's just really simple. You pass or you fail.
Simple science and sanity with Sam. How about we inject a little bit of sanity into this insane world, huh?
Exactly. But yeah, so I'm giving a talk on this Friday about the history of big pharma, you know. And so I'll be sharing some of these concepts with people about how to just understand how their body works, because if you understand how your car works, like if you knew how to clean the air intake and change the spark plugs, and like you actually knew stuff about your car, no mechanic can pull a fast one on you. True.
Yeah.
But you walk in there and then you don't know where to put the key. If your little button on your remote control runs out of batteries, you don't know how to open the car because you don't know there's a key hidden in the fob. Then if you're that type of person, yeah, you're gonna be taken for a ride quite often.
Right.
And the same thing with your 80-year car. The same thing. It's another vehicle, but this one's infinitely more complex than my Acura.
So
Right?
you're doing a speech on Friday. Is it going to be through Zoom or live?
No, it'll be it's at a group. It's at a group that I meet with over in West Seattle. A lot of patriots, a lot of people that are fighting the mandates and stuff like that.
Awesome. If you end up recording it or whatever, would sure love to be able to see it. Or if you're going to be zooming it, I'd definitely love to attend.
Yeah. So what I could do is I'm making the slide deck, and then maybe next month, we could do the talk on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. And
No, because we have to understand how things work, right? So just like this thing, right? You have to understand. I mean, it's all a bunch of chicken scratch, but you have to understand homeostasis. You know, otherwise, someone's going to use some words like homeostasis or osteoporosis or hey, JJ, you got a picture of that there? I'm going to erase it. Okay.
yep.
Okay. Let me.
You can't say homeostasis. It's gender sexual phobic.
No, it's the opposite. It's okay because it's got the
I
homeo in
know.
there.
I know.
I know. So let's break down how the world was conquered was through language. Okay. So you guys know what osteo, right? Osteoporosis, right? Porosis. Okay. Right. And so what's another word? Arthritis. I think it's arthritis. I don't know. English is my second language, so you guys have to check my spelling.
Looks good.
Arthritis.
Yeah.
What else? We have so you guys know what arth is, right?
No.
Arth is joint. This is joint. No, not like the weed coin kind, but in the one in your wrist. Okay. This is arthritis. Itis is inflammation of. So it's called inflammation of your joints. What causes it? We don't have no idea, but try these pills.
Right.
So basically they use words to describe the symptoms. Fibromyalgia.
What is that?
It's so let's look it up here. So let me look this up.
James Earl Jones on this call?
So say definition of fibromyalgia. You guys see that?
Yep.
Go ahead and read that, JJ.
A chronic disorder characterized by widespread musculoskeletal pain, fatigue, and tenderness in localized areas.
So what causes it?
I don't know exactly.
Exactly.
Inflammation.
Yeah.
Inflammation.
Inflammation. Chemicals, whatever. There's a cause. I mean, if you look at this from a engineering perspective, you know, the bridge collapsed. What happened here? Where are the stress points on the bridge? You know, and so you look at the body as you know, fibromyalgia is the bridge collapse, and then you ask the doctors like, what caused it? We don't know.
Interestingly enough, right there, Sam, it says, how does a person get fibromyalgia? What
Yeah,
does
let's
that
see.
say?
Let's see here. Let's see what that says. Possible, possible triggers. Okay, I'm dealing with a possible mechanic here, right? I'm dealing with a junior high doctor here.
I'm dealing with my sister with this, Sam.
Yeah, you know, and so they're gonna put her on the merry-go-round and send her around a few times.
Oh yeah, she's on 6 different medications for her psych and everything else.
Yeah, yeah.
But she rolls her eyes at me when I talk to her about Kangen water.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I gotta where did my screen thing here? So I gotta tell you guys something. Okay, so one of the things is when you talk to people that you have a relationship with, okay, you already have a relationship with them. You're their brother, you're their sister, you're their uncle, you're their friend, you're their drinking buddy. Right? So when you start giving them advice on their health, they're still looking at you as the drinking buddy. And you just left the room and put on put on a lab coat, and now you got the stethoscope around your neck, right? And they're looking at you kind of funny. Sometimes they turn their head a little angled like a dog, and they say, "Well, I'm supposed to listen to you and not my board certified doctor?"
Huh.
Right? Because we just went out of the room and all of a sudden we put on this Superman cape. Right? And so that's why I don't talk to friends and family about this. Because I know they're gonna look me as that guy that talks about um, 2 kilograms of pure white powder from Japan.
From Japan.
You know what I mean? So what I do is I leverage a third party. I care for them. I care for them, but I don't care if I need to deliver the message. I don't even need to deliver the message. I just need to put them in front of the right messenger. And that right messenger is not me, because they're going to judge me with their ego.
Yeah.
Right? But once we know that, then don't hit your head against that every time. Right? Because it's frustrating. Right?
Oh, it's more than that. She acts like she's fucking crippled and she's only a year older
Oh,
than I am.
just settle down. Pipe down. We're here.
You stop.
But that's the thing. We have to let, at some point we're all going to yield to life. We're all going to yield. The ones that do not yield will keep fighting and fighting and fighting, and some maybe on their deathbed they'll realize that they made a mistake and they wasted their life. I had to yield, you know. You have to humble yourself, right? You have to humble yourself and say that you don't know. But the people who know, hey, all the best to them. I don't know anything. I know absolutely nothing. Right. What's our phrase? You want to be right or you want to be happy? I'll choose happy every time. I'll
Yeah.
be an ignorant happy guy.
Ignorance is bliss, baby.
That's right. Right. I'll admit that I'm ignorant, like 24/7, 365. I'm one of the most ignorant people out there. Right. Get your doctor to say that.
Yeah.
That's how
Too
you
much
find a
ego.
good doctor.
Or your brother.
Right. Those, yeah. So, but once you know that hack, it's like a little hack, right? So, because of your strong relationship, they won't listen to you, Paul.
Right.
Right. But once
Right.
once you know the go around, you know, you ever, Paul, you ever grab a shopping cart in the grocery store that has a squeaky wheel that drags or
Every time.
it's clunking, right?
Yeah, I
Right.
get that one.
Yeah, you get that one. So either you're okay with it, right? Or you regret getting that shopping cart, or you go back and you change carts, right?
Right.
Well, that's the same thing here
Right.
with your sister. Hey, man, you know this wheel is stuck. It ain't moving,
Yeah.
right? So either
Yep.
you become okay with it and you drag that wheel, you drag that wheel throughout the whole store, and you make it have a flat spot,
Right.
right? And the next person, if they fix to get that wheel rolling again, they're gonna be clunking every 2 feet. They'll be clunking,
Right.
right? But you be that person that is either okay with it or goes back and gets a different shopping cart, but use a different vehicle because being stuck with that cart and just being frustrated all the time is gonna decrease your enjoyment of your shopping experience. You're gonna be thinking about that wheel all the time.
Right.
So Sam, here's I can see people listening in on this and asking, what the heck does this have to do with Kangen water? All this discussion about CO2 and acidity and porous bones and all that kind of stuff. What I can just hear them. What does this have to do with Kangen?
So basically, we're restoring balance to your body with Kangen water. That's what we're doing. And so you have to understand how your body is out of shape, right? Out of balance. And that this is the core of what we're doing. We're actually restoring balance. We're not covering up the imbalance, you know. And so this is why it works on so many things, because so many people ask me, hey, will this work on this or does it work on that? I'm like, this works on everything. Right. But in our mind, we've been taught to look at this condition, that condition, that's why every year they come up with new diseases. Right. The more conditions, the more pills they could sell you. There's only one condition: imbalance. Right. There's only one body, but you got like 100 different doctor specialists.
Right.
Right. Like the mechanic, a car mechanic, man, if your car mechanic can only fix German cars, you got a bad mechanic. Because it's the same damn concept, whether it's Japanese or Korean or German. It's an internal combustion engine. If he don't know the concept and he can only work on Japanese cars or only on German cars, then you got a bad mechanic, right? A specialist.
Right.
Right. And look at us. We got joint specialists, we got brain specialists, we got eye specialists, we even got a tongue specialist out there somewhere.
Tongue specialist. What's the name of that particular genre?
ENT, ear, nose, throat doctor.
Yeah, ear, nose, and throat. Yeah, I've experienced some time with them. I was getting what's called cauliflower nose back when I was wrestling coach.
Yeah.
I got my nose broken, but it was broken in a weird way. It was broken inside. So whenever my nose would get hit, it would start bleeding, but it wouldn't bleed out. It would bleed in. And so my nose was getting bigger and bigger. And one of the kids told me, "Coach, you're getting cauliflower nose. You need to get to the doctor." And I did. I went to the doctor and they had me into surgery the next day.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
that was when I became Helen. Is after that, it was ear, nose, and throat. And when I had to go in for my nose checkup, they were like doing, ear stuff. And I go, "Oh man, I've been having a hard time hearing things lately. Can I get my ears checked?"
Yeah.
And then so Helen was born. They told me that I was deaf to the sound of my wife's voice.
To be so blessed. God bless it.
I
I'm
got a
sorry.
doctor's note here, honey. I can't hear you.
But this is all related, right, JJ? I mean, it's all related to what we do. It's understanding, because we don't cure anything here. People ask me, "Hey, will this cure my irritable bowel syndrome?" I'm like, what the hell is irritable bowel syndrome? It sounds really fancy. Did you get that at Nordstrom's?
That mean you have a hard time taking a poo? Or
No,
you
it
take
means
too many
diarrhea.
Means a variety of things, right? But it's you don't understand, how the vehicle works. You're going to be taken for a ride. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
We've been taken for a ride for 100 years. That's how we're ending up here. How else does, you kind of just have to take a 30,000-foot view of the planet and humanity. It's like, how else do we sit here and wear a mask, worried about some biological or man-made? I don't know where this virus came from, but I think it's the Gucci flu, it's the Nordstrom flu. It's been rebranded. We're not going generic flu anymore. We're going COVID. It's a brand name now. It's smart water. It's not just water anymore. It's smart water. Right?
Right.
It's not flu. It's Corona.
Yeah, it's so smart it can't get you when you're sitting down.
Yeah. How do we get here where we're okay? We're not okay with some biological virus floating around in the air so we got to wear a mask, but we're okay with letting someone inject something investigational into our blood vessels? Like, how do we get there? Very gullible, not understanding how the machine actually works, and because this machine, I don't even know how this machine works, right? I think I have a theory, I have a theory, and I showed you guys some of that theory today, how the machine works, but I'm not going to let some other guy who has a theory, right, shoot something into my blood vessels on an emergency use basis. Because for me, what's the emergency? What's the emergency? Am I dying? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Scared.
No, I'm not scared, but a lot of people are
I
scared.
mean, the people out there, yeah, they're just scared of their own shadow.
Pretty much.
And
so if we understand like what's, if we understand the language and the mechanism, then no one can pull a fast one on us. I go in and I already know exactly what I want done to my car. That's how come my car's got 353 or 354,000 miles on it. And my friend's like, I don't understand. Like, why are you still driving that car? Because it's a proof of concept. Because I can. Right?
it still runs great.
I'm comfortable jumping in that car and taking it down to California, then over to Florida, then up to New York, and then coming back.
Yeah.
Right? But some people aren't comfortable walking out to the mailbox in their body. True? They might break a hip. I mean, the hip might break and they'll fall.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. What a great, I always love this every month when we get a chance to visit with you, Sam. I always enjoy it so much. I always try to make sure to be involved with whatever it is that you're doing. If I find out about it, I just love learning from you, brother. You're such a great teacher and I'm so appreciative of it. And, you know, as I say, every month when you come in here, I'm just so grateful that God brought you back. So
Yeah,
that
well,
you could help
well,
me
I
become a
appreciate
better
coming in
person.
here and you guys having JJ, you guys having this forum to let these ideas and have this discussion, right? You know, because we're social animals, and unfortunately, socializing has become frowned upon. You know, and so we still have to share these ideas and get these concepts and help each other understand how the world really works around us, because that's what science was supposed to do. But science now is driving an agenda. It's completely you know, science has today is a complete prostitute. I'm sorry to say, but it is.
Yeah.
Depending who's in power, you know, like right is where you at? You in Utah? Is Utah open state, JJ?
Everybody has to wear their petri dishes here. You know, I never do. And whenever I go into the store, I'm always the only one in the store without a petri dish on.
Okay, so what state in the nation is open?
Texas,
Texas. What other state?
that's
Florida.
where I'm headed.
Yeah. So how is it that, well, like the coronavirus got some memo that, hey, you're not allowed in Texas?
Uh,
Right. I think North Dakota's open too. I don't think they ever did any kind of shutting down of nothing at all.
Exactly, right? So how is it? So is this really science that we're talking about, or this politics?
Yeah. It's politics.
Yeah.
well, I just read this morning there's a new strain in Arkansas that came from somewhere.
Yeah. Well, there'll be a new strain. I mean, this is the thing. There'll be a new boogeyman, a new terrorist,
Yeah.
right? And so now they've come up with the ultimate terrorist, a scientific terrorist,
Yeah.
right? That no one knows the language to it except me. I know the language of this, and it's all BS.
Yeah.
It's all complete BS. It's BS from day one, right?
Yeah.
Hey, JJ, you are you when you pull up my Facebook? I can't do this on my own, but I can't go back on my when you pull up Facebook, right? Can you go back and look at January 2020? Like, is there like I think there's a little button. There used to be a little button where you can go back to what I posted. Sean, can you get that?
I'm trying right now as you're speaking. I'm not sure how to do that. I always just get my memories, but I'm
Like, go click on
January.
my profile, because I think so because I want to show you guys like when I started you know, going off on all this. Click on my profile, and I think as soon as you start scrolling down, there'll be a month and year thing up on the upper left. Not at the very top, but kind of like within an inch of the top. Maybe share your screen. Share your screen so I could see it.
Me?
Yeah, share your screen.
Okay, let's see here.
I know there's a way to go back in your history. I just don't know how you do it.
Okay, let's see. Share my screen. Oh no, I can't. J John can. J John will have to do
Yeah,
it.
make him a
No,
co-host there.
you can share.
It doesn't allow me to.
I've got multiple screen shares.
Oh,
You can
JJ, you
share.
do. Go on Facebook and then
Oh, there you go. Okay, so
okay, yeah.
I go home.
Yeah. And then on the upper right, there's a little there should be a magnifying glass where you could find me, find someone. Oh,
Right there, yeah, search.
Type in Sam Tran.
Nice.
Does anything come up?
Yikes.
Well, that's not me.
Woo!
You sexy son of a bitch. Hey, November.
No, let's
Okay, let's scroll down.
click on my close that chat there. Close that so click on my name.
Wow. I'm enjoying the scenery. Hold on.
Yeah, take out January there. Okay, just hit Sam Tran. Okay, and then click on that. Okay, and then scroll down here.
Scroll down.
Yeah, scroll down a little bit. And there used to be a thing where you could like type, you could up on the like under my name, there used to be a thing where you could go in and look up like what month and year I posted something, so you could like super spy on someone.
What about under more?
Check-ins.
No.
How about those three dots? Those three dots next to the where it says message. Search profile. I just put 2019, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so
It was
so that one was from January. Okay, so I guess like,
Boy, was that ever, look at that post right there, Sam.
what's it say?
yeah.
January 1st, 2019. It was the beginning of the last normal year in human history. Laugh out loud. Everything now will be virtual. I recall a movie about people living virtual lives plugged into the network. What was it?
Wow.
The Matrix.
January 1. Wow, I wrote that, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a time traveler.
No shit. Was that ever right on the money or what? The last normal year in human history. No shit. God.
I'm gonna try 2020. There you go.
The year viruses finally figured out to stay 6 feet away and behind plexiglass. Welcome 2021. Oh, Sam, I tell you, I love you today, buddy. Holy moly.
Oh yeah, the one with the the conditioning, the baby conditioning, one of the baby pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, with petri dishes on.
yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine as a baby, that's all you see, and after a while you realize, oh, this is normal. And then when mom takes off her mask, he's like, "Who's that lady?"
Right.
Yeah. And what's crazy to me is on a mental health trip, if this is a side note, I don't know, but how many people post selfies with masks like they're in a Playboy centerfold spread?
And the thing is, they're smiling under that mask really big too.
Yeah. Or they're licking their lips under that mask and we just can't see it.
Okay, I see something here, Sean. So on the left side, under filters, it says date posted.
Aha.
Ah, okay. Yeah, let's go 2020. See if you can find something from January or maybe even December 2019.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Um, December 31st, 2019, a new year, right? That was New Year's Eve, 2020. Free the mind.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah, the year 2020 was supposed to be the year of perfect vision.
Yeah.
What it ended up being was the year of
Perfect
like
blindness.
absolute blindness. Yes, exactly. Wow.
Interesting. So I've been like it just like we have all these things that we've just fallen for as a society. But the goal is you can't save society unless you save yourself. And so if you think um, for yourself, you're not going to go along with everything. You're not going to, and going along is not the best deal. I mean, imagine when we all uh, we all went along with weapons of mass destruction, right? You guys remember that?
Oh yeah.
And we all went along. Shoot, we all went along with 9/11 too. Shoot, I was flying my flag just like everyone else was. And then I thought
Look
about
at
it.
this.
What's up?
Sorry, I was going to say, look at this one in August. The science in 2020, I think someone has been smelling too much book adhesive and drinking soda pop. What about people with underdeveloped immune systems or more susceptible to infections in general? Perhaps Roundup in our food has suppressed our immune system. No. Oh, wait, false information. It was checked by another independent fact checker, and you're a liar, Sam.
Yeah.
Water is wet. No, we fact checked. That's false.
It's false. No, Sam, we got to have some science that fits the narrative.
Yeah.
I love that video that JT or JP did on fact checkers. It's just absolute classic humor.
Being married to a fact checker.
And I always put my sources. I always put my sources of where I get stuff, and a lot of times it comes out the top of my head because I think differently than the crowd. Right. And so that's what we want. We want people critical thinking, right?
Yeah, amen.
So
amen, my brother.
I think I started just like going off on this like I think it was December 2019, when they're just talking about Wuhan. It's pretty interesting. You can go back like many years and see. I've been posting stuff. I've been thinking outside the box for a while. Sometimes I say stuff and I make people think, and sometimes it pisses people off.
Good.
But yeah, it's definitely strange. So, but I appreciate you guys having this forum, to to let people get this message out there. Oh yeah, read that one.
The $1 billion drug to me?
Yeah.
Wrong. In 2020, it will become a $1 trillion product. There are better ways to control cholesterol, and I've been helping many families for years, I would presume, but I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Oh yeah. This is so October 14, 2019. You guys know about NNT? Yeah, read that. Read that, Sean.
I wonder how many people in the U.S. are on cholesterol lowering pills. I wonder if they know about this. This or NNT equals 104. 104 people have to be treated daily with statin drugs for 5 years to prevent one person from having a heart attack. Sounds like $1 billion drug to me. Wrong. In 2020, it'll become a $1 trillion product. There are better ways to control cholesterol, and I've been helping many families for years now. Ask me how if you're interested via private message. For me personally, I stay far, far away from any pharmaceutical drugs as long as I can. I'm not anti-drug, I'm just pro-health. Many of my former colleagues think I'm anti-drug. I'm pro-drug once you get diagnosed. But the whole point is never to be diagnosed with anything, correct? Correct, indeed.
Yeah, you guys know about the NNT? Look that up. It's crazy. It's called number needed to treat. Right? So if you are selling a heart attack medication, and here stop share. Let me share with you. This is a concept that they teach us about actually they only teach some people in pharmaceutical world, right? And I'm just a nerd. I just went and looked all this stuff up. Okay, so this is very interesting as we close out here, JJ. NNT meaning, definition. The NNT.
Number needed to treat.
Wow.
Yeah, number needed to treat right here, NNT. And then you said, oh, NNT, like, what were you talking about? DDT? What are you talking about? It sounds really fancy, but it stands for number needed to treat. Okay. Okay, it says, here, JJ, can you read that?
Absolutely. Imagine, for instance, a fictional heart attack treatment called Stop Attack. Imagine that 75% of heart attack victims who take Stop Attack survive, but only 25% survive if they are not given Stop Attack, as shown in the graph below. This is certainly a major reduction in deaths, but note that 25% of people will die whether they get Stop Attack or not, the bottom of the graph, and 25% will survive whether they get Stop Attack or not, the top. These two groups are therefore unaffected by Stop Attack, and the treatment neither helped nor hurt them. For the 50% in the middle, however, Stop Attack was life-saving.
Right. And so this is where so that number needed to treat, right? So they need to treat this many people to reduce one heart attack, right? So do you want a high number or you want a low number? If you had to calculate NNT, if you have to treat 100 people to save one person from heart attack, right? Then you'd have 100 as your NNT, right?
Right.
Right. But if you only needed to treat one person to save one heart attack, right? That your NNT would be 1. True?
Yeah.
Right? So do you want an NNT of 1 or an NNT of 100 for your drug?
I would say they want 100.
Yeah, they want a high number, right? So they could sell it to a lot more. But in actuality, hey, if I take that pill, that's gonna stop my heart attack, right? Exactly. You want a low NNT. So let me see if I could find this is getting
So crazy, man.
this is like science stuff, right? I mean, it's just let's see here. Let me see if there's a list of like how you look at. Oh man, I gotta find, like, I'll find it, I'll send it to you guys. But I wonder if they, like, you pick up one of these things to see if it says where NNT is.
Mountain sickness.
What? Mountain sickness, where? there's a mountain sickness. It's
Prevention of acute mountain sickness. Oh my Lord.
all the altitude sickness. Hey, if you get altitude sickness, what do you think caused it?
Lack
of oxygen.
Maybe altitude.
Yeah.
I know. Let's
Acute mountain sickness. Now, oh, that's hilarious. Holy crap. I guess they suffer from that up on Mount Everest quite a bit.
Yeah, so you look at let me see here.
Acute mountain sickness. What are they going to come up with next?
So I was hoping for oh, I know what to do. I'm going to images, okay. But this is getting into some technical stuff here. But I want you guys to understand that, because okay. Oh, that's too small. NNT. These are way too small. Can I make this larger?
Yeah.
Like so much stuff here. Where's that chart? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. You see this? You see this NNT? Right? This is what you want. Stuff that actually works. Right, guys? Can you guys see that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so let's go to the next one. Wow, look at that. Knee. The treatment is taping, exercise, mobility. Right? NNT is 4. Huh. You only need to treat 4 people to get to get right. Look at this. Exercise. Right? NNT for prevention. Okay. Hey, these are pretty low NNT.
Heart
Okay.
failure, 100.
Okay. NNT is 100. So these don't work. Right? Enalapril. Right? So you want something that's a low NNT, obviously. Oh, check this out.
Ooh.
Simvastatin, one of these statins. Oh, look, the NNT is 163.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is amazing what they've come up with to
And most people don't know this. Most people don't even look at, I don't know, I'm a nerd. So
this is supposed to be simple science.
yeah, simple science, but I want to decode it for you guys. But yeah, let's wrap it up, JJ.
Yeah, I love it, Sam. Thank you so much, brother. You always teach us so much every time you come in here every month, and I'm just super grateful that you do. Thank you, man.
Thank you for having us.
Can't wait till I get to see you again and give you a real hug and all that good stuff. But unless anybody else has any questions or anything else to add, I'm going to give us a closing prayer and let's get on with another amazing day. Our Father in heaven, I want to thank you once again for another amazing, incredible day. And you allowing me to open up my eyes, my heart, my mind, my soul, and have the opportunity to go do the same thing. And I want to thank you for allowing all of my teammates here to do the same so that we can continue on our journey of changing this world for the best. I want to just say thank you so much as usual for Sam. Really appreciate that you brought him back because he's a big part of our lives. He's somebody that we really need. We need him, and we're just glad to have him around, and we're so grateful to be able to learn from him on a consistent basis. And we certainly love all of his wonderful facetious humor that he puts out there all the time. We really appreciate everything that he does. Want to give a little bit of love to all of our truckers out there because here in the Kong family we need these incredible devices that you and Mr. Oshiro developed. We need to get those out to people, and they've got to be delivered by truckers. And so I want to give some love to all my trucker friends out there, Scotty and Rodgar and Sylvia and Elvis and all the rest of them that just don't get any thanks. Take care of them. Help them while they're out there dodging all them damn anesthesia, because without them, nothing gets delivered. And I got to always give them some love and ask that you will do the same for them. I just want to ask that you'll bless this family of people, the Congan family, the Everich family. These two things are tied at the hip, and they are something that are going to help us to accomplish our mission of changing this world for the best. All of this, Lord, I'm asking humbly in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ, my Savior, our Savior. Amen.
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 Thank you, JJ. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks,
brother.
Sam.
Really appreciate you being here. Just love it. I always look forward to the first Wednesday of every month when we get to have the samurai slicing and dicing the truth with, or the falsehoods with truth, and simple science and sanity, and just so grateful for you, brother. Thank you.
Grateful for having this. Hey,
And
JJ, I
make
got a
sure
question.
whenever you're doing stuff, make sure please like send me a private message or something and say, hey, Jay, I'm going to be
Yeah.
on, you know, and
I,
because I hate missing anything that you do when I find
I got,
out, oh, I
got
missed
some
it. Dang
things
it.
to announce for you guys. So every Monday, and Sean might appreciate this too. I'm having this passive income Monday party, right? And I'm inviting different leaders to come in and share their story of transformation and how they built their Enagic business. But Sean, what do you think the acronym for that passive income Monday party is? Is he still there? Maybe he's not there.
What's up?
He's not there.
Oh, he must be on a phone call or
But you
something.
guys can figure that out. So we're gonna change the world, okay? And so
Yeah.
every Monday, look for it on the Michelle Rayleigh thing, and I'll post it. But every Monday it'll be the same Zoom number. This coming Monday, I'm having Cynthia Briganti. Okay, and then I
Awesome.
have Siha and Michelle Rayleigh, and because I want the message to come from the leaders that have made it, so we can all get the right message and protect the ship, right?
Amen.
Okay.
Awesome, brother.
All right, so I'm going to have some of my NNT of one medical. Actually, it's non-medical. This is NNT of one. Okay, guys.
NNT of one. Amen, buddy. All right. Love you,
See you
man.
later.
Have a great day.
You
You
too.
guys all have a great day. Get out there, change the world, start with your own, and don't forget your hugs. You can't get these things from anybody else. You better get them from yourself.
All right, bye, guys. Love you.
Woody crew.